Hello, and good morning. You and I, whomever you are, we're going to have a cup together. I have coffee, like usual. And we are going to have a chat. I'm allowed to change my mind, for starters. And I am allowed to exist in a place that other people don't want me. And that is something that I and this other person need to come to terms with. Now, yesterday I ended up down a rabbit hole. And the majority of this video is going to be directed towards this person, and they know exactly who they are because they're constantly lurking in the shadows. I'm going to start out with saying that, considering your age, you're young. And that's not a bad thing. But you are not the creator or the founder of draconic Wicca. And it is rather disrespectful to those who are and who didn't create it and found it and brought it to light. Even if it was found in a dark cave back in the early 2000s. I provided evidence on even one of my thumbnails and a link to a website where there is yet another link from February 2005 that uses the term draconic Wicca. And in doing even more research, apparently there was a group down in Central Florida back in 2002-2003 that also practiced draconic Wicca. I can be bad at math, but you would have been a child. And I'm not even claiming it, because it would also be disrespectful of me to do so as well. But the fact that you had the balls to try to say that you created draconic Wicca, that doesn't fly with me. I'm a person who does not like injustice. As if you couldn't tell, because of the amount of evidence that I have against you and all the stuff that you do, like deleting 10-year-old comments and lurking in the shadows. You don't think I noticed these things? And you may think, oh, well, I'm stalking you. No, I'm not. I go about my day just doing whatever. And then I get nudges of, hey, you may want to go and check that out. And then I go and look, and I find even more crap. Either crap is missing, or you're doing more crap. Like now claiming to be the founder and creator of draconic Wicca when you were in single digits when it first emerged on the internet. And even then, even when it comes to YouTube, I still have a video that is older than yours that names it. But I'm still still not gonna claim that. I'm still not gonna do that. Now, what? you find your finger. So, what we're going to talk about, because apparently this is the only way that I can talk to you. Because you'll watch my videos, but you won't talk to me directly. So, we're just gonna do it like this, okay? And anybody else who watches this can also get advice, but the rabbit hole that I ended up down yesterday revealed a fussy child. Not. Bang! Bang. Trying to distract them. It revealed that you live in an entirely different world than I do. Than the majority of the people that I interact with on a regular basis. Now, I am not jealous, okay? Because if I'm jealous of you in your life, then that means that I am ungrateful for mine, and I'm not doing that. I am very grateful for my life. I'm grateful, despite the struggles, I'm grateful for my life. Because we have normal struggles. We have the struggles of, paying the bills, getting food in the house, stuff like that. I have one question for you. And that is, do you genuinely have friends? And I'm not judging you. Well, I judge certain things about you when you go around trying to bury the past and act as if I don't exist. That I judge you on. But you have access to more money than I could probably dream of. But you choose to lurk in the shadows, to dig through my channel, to delete 10-year-old comments, to try to stay on top and in the spotlight of a path that you did not create, which is fine. But now you're claiming to be the creator of it, which is where the problem lies. You could literally do anything else. But you choose to worry about what I'm doing, what I'm saying. You choose to worry about a situation and being a victim in a situation you created. You don't get to claim to be a victim in a situation that you created. By ignoring the fact that other people existed before you did. Life does not work that way, Miss Ma'am. And I'm sorry, but life does not revolve around you. Life doesn't revolve around me. But at least I'm grown up enough to accept that. The entire reason for why you honestly make me regret ever opening my mouth when it comes to my practice. But I was young and dumb. And I wanted friends. I wanted friends who were like-minded. Not the exact way. Not people who steal from each other. That's not what I wanted. I wanted genuine friendship. with people who had similar interests that we could talk and learn from each other. Because I love to learn. I'm a Sagittarius. I love to learn. I want a connection. Because I was born loving people. But as the world is, I know okay. I don't judge the majority of humanity because we are supposed to be the caregivers or caretakers of okay. The dog walked by him. We are supposed to be the caretakers of the planet. At least in my head we are. And instead, we go around tearing people down, abusing each other, backstabbing each other, talking crap about each other. I guess in a way we're not that much different from the animal kingdom, which is why, even though people get upset when, you say that humans are animals, even though we technically are, because we do have the same mindset, we just... I apologize for the loud ass noise. We were blessed with a consciousness, and sometimes that sucks. But, even dogs have anxiety. Even, animals in general, they can end up with anxiety. They can end up with... not that different from the animal kingdom, but... we do have a sense of right and wrong. And we should be able, in order to take care of each other. We should be able in order to learn from each other, bounce ideas off each other, despite the differences. One of my other problems is that I'm a people pleaser, and I have a feeling that you are too. I don't know what your childhood was like. I know mine, it wasn't bad. I actually miss my childhood. But other than, what happened when I was 13, that I could do without. But it doesn't give us the right to treat people like crap, including each other. So, I'm going to exist in a space that you don't want me to. And you, again, have access to things that I do not. And that's fine. But you should really think about and reflect on why you fixate so hard on me and trying to bury the past, in that you didn't post comments that you have deleted. That I was your inspiration. You found me. And I've said it before, I don't care about the numbers. I don't care about the money. But it is extremely rude for you to be doing what you're doing. Maybe you're afraid that people will find out that you're basically a fraud. And maybe that's why you just keep deleting things, even though I have told you in an indirect manner without naming you, because you know exactly who you are, because you keep deleting things. I have evidence. I'm not kidding. I have evidence of this stuff existing. Of you saying that I was the reason for why you found this path. And repeating myself from earlier, it is extremely disrespectful and rude for you to claim that you are the creator and founder of Draconic Wicca when it has existed since, at the very least, your childhood. I'm... what? 7 years older than you? I don't know. Maybe. But I would have been a teen when it started to come onto the internet. A very small corner of the internet that was very hard to find for either of us. But it was still there. And you're doing to them what you've been doing to me, which is ignoring that. You can't ignore a fact. And the fact is that it existed before you came along. And I'm sorry if that bursts your bubble. But also, here's the thing. If you actually got the literal balls to own up to what you've done and take an accountability, the right people will forgive you for it. Those who truly care for you would forgive you for it. But leaving people to dig around and find out that that you basically have been lying to them, that's when it feels like betrayal. When people had to become their own FBI agents and have to do an investigation on you, that's when it feels like betrayal. I'm going, oh my gosh, you lied to me. Because you can't tell me that you don't know. You don't know. But you are so fixated on being in the spotlight that you don't care about anybody else. And that is an existence that I never want. So, as I've said at least twice before in this video, I'm going to exist. I just wanted to address this real quick in this one video, and then I'm going to move on. and do my own thing. I still won't talk about the draconic path because I don't trust you. You are not a trustworthy person, and whoever else you may have access to in order to recruit for you, in order to try and get information, it's not happening. Nope. I meant what I said about not sharing my experiences of the draconic path in a public standpoint anymore. Words. Those experiences are mine, and those experiences will remain with those who are willing to protect the path, to nurture it, and we don't steal from each other. We learn from each other. We don't steal from each other. We don't stab each other in the back. And that is the one thing that I do not regret, is meeting the friends that I did when I started my channel. And when I started talking about draconic Wicca and the draconic path. Because it allowed me to meet the people that I've been friends with since. Who have had my back. Who has stood by me even when it came to you. And I appreciate them. And I love them for that. And I am grateful for that. Am I done talking now? You want Mama to stop talking to her phone now? Okay. So, that's it. That's all I have to say to you. At least for now. Because I'm not gonna make any final declarations or anything like that anymore. It's just, well, aside from the draconic path, because I'm not talking about my experiences. Because of the fact that I don't trust you. So, I hope you have a nice day. Or night, or whatever time you see this. So.